So I'm going to go ahead and keep going with this reading while I'm in flow state. And I'm still piggybacking off of the reading that was on right before this one. I think it was the one that was like, she is not your Venus, your gates of Venus, she's a Venus flytrap. Okay, so I'm using the Star Codes deck, and I had Juno, opposition, and North Node pop out. Partnership, confrontation in the future. Whatever's going on with this partnership that you're in, I don't know if you've been butting heads. Whatever's going on in this partnership, you are butting heads severely. I feel like it feels like a relationship, but not a relationship like sexual relationship. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like a partnership, like a work thing or something. But I feel like you may have chose the wrong person, because I feel like there may have been some spell work going on. If it comes across my table, chances are there's been some kind of spell crafting, witchcrafting, voodoo, or Santeria. And see, that's the thing though. This the kind of magic that I'm talking about here. This isn't the good kind of voodoo, where you've got love and light and you're trying to heal. So it's an extreme circumstance and you have to go to voodoo to heal it. This is Santeria. This is different. This is nothing against Santeria, but the voodoo, the mirror magic that they play, the things they do to make things seem a certain way. They'll go so far as to put masks on. They'll go so far as to put makeup all over their... And you can see this in the geisha community because of the way they... Well, in the geisha... You know what I'm trying to say. They have to completely cover themselves, their faces. But they're exposed, but they're still uncovered. But anyway, you're not going to go into the Muslim community and see that, okay? You are going to see a divine feminine. I'm not, okay? I'm not a Muslim, but you are going to see a divine feminine with their head wrapped. You're going to see their body covered. You're not going to be able to see their goods. You know what I'm saying? Same with the divine masculine, okay? Now, there are certain cases where divine masculines have to do what they have to do. Like maybe in a steam room. But I'm getting off track. Ooh. Sagittarius, expand. You could be a Sag. Or this person could be a Sag. I don't know, but there's the horse again. Again. And this one, the antlers, they're button heads. They're button heads with each other. The Sagittarius. Midheaven. Yeah. You're at your midheaven right there. You were still in your north node, but you were going through some kind of... Yeah. And then this one shot this way. This one landed this way, and then this arrow is shooting that way. But your north node's this way. See what I'm saying? Someone was trying to get you off your path. Skew your view. if you will. Stay calm, clarify. Yeah, someone was trying to get you out of your balance. When they realized that what you were doing, what they were doing in this partnership that wasn't working, once they realized it wasn't working, they said, okay, here's what I got to do. Now I have to trap him. I'm going to try every way I can to trap this person. Even if I have to shoot him with a dart, Cupid's arrow. They could have tried to put something in your cup. But you saw it coming. You knew that they had been doing this. Because you got solar clarity. Your gifts come from the Most High. They knew you were going to reach the pinnacle of your gifts, so they were just going to ride you right on into your solar sunset without doing any of the work. I hate that. I cannot stand someone who won't do the work. What is the deal? Just do the work. I spent all year peeling away layers of Microsoft, peeling away layers of Google Play names, fake names. I spent all year peeling away cases after case after case after case of names just to pin down who and where the attacks were coming from that I was getting personally. I was getting gain stalked. I was getting it was bad, okay? The only way that I could figure out where it was coming from was to do the work. Exactly. Cancer, Taurus, immerse. Someone could actually have cancer because this kind of energy is the kind of energy that if you don't get your way, you get guilt cancer. Someone could be trying to do an illness transfer. An illness transfer. A Sagittarius could be trying to do an illness transfer on a Taurus. Or a mother on a mother. Or they're using the mother as they're using the Taurus as the medium, because most of the time a Taurus is probably going to be the medium. I feel like this is between a Sagittarius and a Cancer, and they were trying to keep a Taurus out. I feel like she knew, this person knew that this other person was better fit, but they wanted that relationship. Even though it's not sexual, they wanted the North Node, the Midhaven. Look what all comes with this. The pinnacle, the peak. This castle, this is what you get. This is your heaven. This is what you're building in the ethers while you're here on Earth. And someone saw it. Investigate. Someone saw it. Exactly. That's what I've been doing. I've been spiritually investigating every time I've been gang stalked. From here all the way to Timbuktu and back. Every part of the UK, every part of the... Yeah. But this isn't about me. This is about you. This is what I'm saying. These people aren't doing the work. It's time to step into your scorpionic side and investigate what's going on here, because someone is trying to pull funds or trying to get access to funds or something, and I feel like one of your friends is the Judas. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's always going to be one of the friends, one of the people closest to you. And I feel like they are interested in this woman, and so they're willing to go as far as need be. To ride your coattails and to keep you two together so that he can ride her coattails, so that she can ride his coattails, because without him sticking around saying, no, you ought to stay with her, stay with her, stay with her, you know, just try, just try, you know, just see if you can't work it out, you know what I mean? She is a really good fit for this position, and she looks good on camera, or something like that is what I'm hearing. Debilitated discomfort. See what I'm saying? They don't care. They don't care how many flights of steps you have to climb. They don't care how many times you have to spiral on that staircase upside down. They don't care. They want to sit in that seat. But that's not their seat to sit in. It's yours. This seat is sitting in that castle I just showed you. That's not their castle. That's your castle. It needs to be protected. Listen, divine masculines have to protect themselves. Especially when they're about to hit that north node. When you're in that north node energy, you got to protect yourself at all costs, because there will be agents of chaos. They will come in from everywhere and they will attack. Okay, may not be physically attack you, but you'll get a knock at the door. They'll want to buy your car and give you their phone number out of the blue. You don't want to take their number. As a matter of fact, last time it happened to me, she didn't even give me a full set of numbers. I said, you want to put the full set of phone numbers down, and I'll call you. So I can't even call you on 6 phone numbers, six digits. But she wasn't there for that. She was there as an agent of chaos, just to see what they exist. Yeah, exactly. The first house arrival. You got the whole world in your hands right now. And someone knows it. But you got to keep yourself protected. Keep those antlers covered. Because they are adorned with roses, hyssop, carnations, zinnias. Can I get one more, please? The moon. She's been hiding under the moon. Your perception's off. You'll notice she'll start to do chaos magic around the full moon. You'll notice it start to pick up. Especially crossroad work. These people like to do crossroad work. So what they'll do is they'll be waiting for you at a set of crossroads. And they'll wait until you pull up to the stop sign. And then suddenly 15 people go. And they all go at the same time. So you kind of like get disoriented on your surroundings. This is when they usually take over or switch the spots, or whatever they're doing when they're playing around. Ooh, I jumped out. I said one more, I got 2 more. Sensitize. Yeah, they wanted to desensitize you to all of this stuff because they figured if they could desensitize you to it, then you'll start doing it too. So I'm hearing sex magic. Listen, sex magic is not akin to nurturing. It is not akin to positive reinforcement, okay? You should not use sex as a form of positive reinforcement. It screws a man's head all up. It screws a boy's head up when they see their parents like that. It screws a girl's head up when they see their parents like that. It teaches their daughter to use sex as a weapon in their relationship with men. The problem with this is that it causes a bipolarity in the chakra system, like I was talking about in my last video. It causes a bipolarity in the chakra system, which causes you not to be able to properly emotionalize, you can't, suddenly you see sex and instead of it being something beautiful, it gets turned into something dirty that is something you get if you're not grounded. That's not sex, okay? And sex on the regular is also unhealthy. You should be learning how to do semen retention, and this is a pretty far advanced for most people. I understand that, but semen retention, this is something that you do as a man during meditation. It's something that you do. You keep your hands off yourself, okay? We're going to start doing that from now on. How about, ladies, let's keep our legs closed, okay? Now, this is a hard thing to do, to be in. Look, when you think you love somebody, it's real hard. I get it, okay? But you have to do it because sometimes your work wife situations can go a little askew faster than you even realize. Suddenly your work wife turns into your work girlfriend. And the whole time you got away with all that crap because you were using the term work wife. That's not okay. No, I don't have a work wife. I don't have a work husband. I have a husband at home, and that's it. And then I have people that I work with that are employed with me. People work under me, over me, but there will never be a work husband. But I'll have a best friend real quick from work. I don't mind that, although I'm not there to make friends. But I have found situations where I've fallen for another person, or where I've seen someone fall for the other person, or they think they are, where they think they're falling for the other person when in reality they're confusing the emotions of friendship with sex. Because of when they were children, they're being programmed in a way that isn't conducive for their mental and physical and emotional health on an adult scale. I hope that made sense. But either way, it's time to investigate whatever's going on in your crew, man. If you even have an inkling, follow your gut. Okay, follow it. Don't take any. You've got this to protect. Do you know how many people are in that kingdom? How many people followed you and helped you build that castle in that kingdom? A lot. Those birds flying around, those are all just shadows of the real thing. Okay, and the real thing is here. Don't let it get to your head, but also make sure that you do not let pride or hurting somebody's feelings, get you trapped in a state of null and voidness. She's not the person for you, man. Whoever it is, partner, lover, regardless, she's not for you. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to the female who's listening to this, because this is not the reading I wanted to do. Or maybe it's a divine masculine, but with feminine tendencies. You can swap the roles as you need to, but just remember what you have to protect. And don't be worried about the future you. Be worried about the now you. Because what you do now affects the time stream. What you do moment to moment affects the mathematical outcome moment by moment. And each moment is a new timeline. So just remember, stay in the moment, stay calm, stay positive, and let the Most High lead your way. Okay? And remember, all praise due to the Most High and Allah. And thank you very much for being here today. If you guys like my channel, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be here next time waiting for you.